be protected, let both of us be nourished, let both of us be energized, let both of us be enlightened, and let there be no conflict between you. Let's look into the Nadis counseling. The Nadis are coming from the root word Na. Nadi means Nadi, the root of Nadi, which is called stream. The meaning is stream. So there are 72,000 nadis according to the ancient masters, which includes the blood vascular system, the nervous system, the channels of nervous system and lymphatic system, and the subtle nadis, which is proposed by masters, Indian masters, in the yogic tradition. These channels, how they could say that it is 72,000 nadis. There are 72,000 nadis. They are saying, based on a logic, maybe 72,000 nadis might be there, but we don't have all the details of this. But this idea of 72,000 is coming from the basic idea that the first nadi originated from the central core of the first zygote cell. And from there, in 4 directions, some information needs to be sent for the division of cells and also for creating the tissues, the organs and everything. So from the central core, 4 directions, 4 channels evolved. And then on the corners between this and this, there is one corner and there are 4 corners. And there are 4 nadis on the 4 corners. Together 8 nadis. And then in the books you read that each nadi divided into 3 nadis. It is, but it is not bifurcating, it is extending into 3 nadis. And these 3 nadis again split into 3 further nadis. So 8 nadis splitting into 3, 24, and 24 nadis into 3, 72. And each nadi multiplied into 1,000. So together it becomes 72,000 nadis. This is the calculation they make. And there are names of these nadis. Many in Lalita Sahasranama, you can see many of the names of the mother goddess is corresponding with the names of nadis. So in certain ancient books you can see some of the names, but there is no mention about this. Maybe there is something, but it is not come through generations. Then an idea which I have heard when I went to Chidambaram, that on the roof of the Chidambaram, the sanctum sanctorum of the Chidambaram temple, they nailed 72,000 nails to put on the roof, and indicating that these are representing the nadis, 72,000 nadis. So just to register this idea, they have did something here and there. Maybe 72,000 nadis are named. It has not come to me anyway. Maybe I don't know. But anyway, these main nadis, of the nadis, there are 3 main nadis are there. The main most important nadi is Sushumna, which is the central canal. The nadi which is running through the central canal inside the spine, starting from the base of the brain, it goes down all the way to the base. And that is Sushumna. That is a Nadi which is going. And when they have studied a little bit more, if you dissect the channel, like a cross section of it, you can see there are different, like white matter, grey matter, or something like that. So they have seen 3 layers are inside. In the ancient schools they say this. Chitra Nadi, Vajra Nadi, and Sushumna has Chitra Nadi, Vajra Nadi, one more layer. I have forgotten. And so when you cut it like that, you can see the different layers inside. And that is, one is Chitra Nadi, one is Vajra Nadi, and the other is not. And that is the section of Sushumna. Then comes 2 other nadis. One nadi is the left channel, and another nadi is the right channel. The left channel is mental and emotional in nature. Its function is related with the mind and the emotions. Mind has a lot of things. Mind has the more information collecting system, analytical system, a discriminative system, and knowledge formulation, concept formulation systems are all there. But when they say mind, the rational system is not included in the mind. Manas means it is an analytical system which goes on analyzing information. For making judgment, it needs to get the support from the memory, and with the memory, it discriminates and makes judgments. And that falls part of the rational system, which they don't call as manasa, they call as buddhi. And so when in yogic parlance, when we use the word manas, actually it indicates the analytical part of the mind. When they say buddhi, it refers to the discriminative part. This is basic. When you read books also, if it is written by ancient masters, this distinction we could see. And there are 2 nadis. One is the left canal, which is called Ida. Yesterday I have drawn. Left channel is named Ida, which is emotional and mental in nature. The right channel is Pingala, which is rational and vital in nature. So the channel which is emotional and mental is considered as feminine channel, and the rational channel or vital channel, which is Pingala, is called, it is like masculine channel. The nature of the work of these channels are different. One is emotional, the other is rational. Emotions are considered by old masters as a feminine trait, and rational thing is considered as a rational analytical program are considered as a little masculine trait. And so one is masculine and the other is rational. Right channel is masculine, left channel is feminine. And these are currents that flow. Like these are like some passage, information passage routes. Like wavegular movement is the way they communicate things. So there is a channel which is going up like this from the base upward. And when these 2 whirling currents are intersecting here and there, we have seen the chakras, which are 8 chakras are there, and base chakras are 6 in number: Mooladhara, Swatisthana, Manipura, Anahata, Vishuddha, Ajna. And then there are 2 more centers which are Soma and Sahasrara. Details we will take later. And so in every center, the center means chakras, these currents are interchanging information. The mental information will be exchanged with the physical system so that they can carry out the information. like motor and sensory nerves. So they don't say about motor and sensory, they say one is emotional and the other is vital. Vital channels are going out and triggering the person to activate his vital organs for executing the decisions which are taken by your mind. Or whatever emotions that is driven within needs to be converted into physical action for rectification or fulfillment. That these exchanging areas are seen in textbooks like crisscross movement of the basic two channels. And so this right, the left channel, which is Ida, which is running through the left side, but it appears in graphical designs like exchanging with Ida. And in between there is the chakras. In pictures you see like that. So chakras are the centers where the emotional and mental currents are coming and exchanging their information with the vital system so that the vital system could be carried out by triggering the harmoniously, the vital organs, like organs of action. Mind says that I must go there. So this information is exchanged in the chakra. For what? In the details I will come later, but just to give a little clarity there. Suppose you are hungry or you have not had food yesterday, you are hungry now, this morning. So you feel like having some food. Otherwise, you cannot manage. When you get that trigger, which happens in the mind, will be exchanged in the base chakra with the vital system, and the vital nadi takes it and it triggers all the karmendriyas, organs of action. So karmendriyas are vaka, pani, padam, vayu, upastha. That is mouth, then hands, legs, genital and anus. These are the organs of action in the body, karmendriyas they say. These karmendriyas are triggered and then the legs starts to move and the hands starts to move and they work and they hunt food and they gather food. And when once that is done, then the Pingala, which is activated and made all the vital organs in operation to fix it up, and it is fixed. And now this information is exchanged to the mental channel. And so the mental channel feels satisfied, and if there is something to be rectified, the mind starts to work and it makes new programs for hunting food. Maybe you went to some direction and it's a dangerous place where tigers are there, so this is not the food for you to, a place for you to get food. And so this information will be processed by mind, and then next time it revises its content, and then it finds something new and asking the other system to look for some other places. So this is how the ancient tradition, in an ancient Indian tradition, they have seen how the motor and sensory system is working. So it is similar, but it is, at that time there is actually no verification, nothing possible, but with their sensations and feeling, they have made the system in this way. So, in short, the world movement, the regular movement of the energy which is passing through the left channel Ida is interchanged with the Pingala. This information is passed on to Pingala in the chakra areas. In the second chakra, the aspects of the second chakra are sex, family, creativity, imagination, and feeling you are a great person. And so their sex, motivation of sex comes, and then this feeling comes in the mind. So Ida gets activated, and that information will be passed on to the Pingala for hunting for its prey. And it goes on. In the Manipura chakra, it is very rational, and so all the mental input that comes in through the Ida will be transformed into, or will be exchanged, not transformed, will be exchanged to the vital organs. And it is a fiery chakra, it is a fighter chakra. Then you get ready for fighting to establish your ideas and your points, convincing for other people. mental thing, but you go for arguments. Mainly verbal arguments is what happens in that chakra. And then Anahata chakra, heart chakra, then from emotional things. You have some feelings to go to some temples or worship gods or feeling compassion and empathy and feeling generosity towards people. And when you see innocence, you want to respond with the innocence. And so this comes up in the heart. This is the nature of the heart chakra. So when the Ida is working, when it getting the information from the heart center, which is very emotional things, it collects the information and then it triggers to the vital system for executing or satisfying your emotions. And then you go to some lonely place, you sit, you meditate, or you go to temple, or you see some beautiful film or something. All these triggers are coming. Or go and get some older scriptures and start to read it. And so this information is passed on to the other, and so it finds its means to satisfy the emotions. And likewise in the Vishuddha chakra, which is a chakra of communication and integration, and there is not much. You have the urge to really talk to people about what you have understood. This is such a big thing. You understand something after this workshop, when you go, if some of the points are convincing for you, you will have an incredible push to communicate this to somebody. Because humans are very social beings, and so anything that they gain, they have to communicate to the other one. For the simple reason, is to get recognized. And satisfaction comes to a person. Unless you are saying this, there is a big, terrible problem, and you will go on swallowing your saliva. And because suppose you started to speak something, the other one, as soon as you start, the other one says, I know. How do you know? Do you know what I was going to say to you? But people say, because stop your dialogue. That's it. We have so many other things to do. So this there is an urge to talk, but there is no listener. So at that time you can see the pressure of communicating. This is something which happens in the throat chakra. We all need some kind of a listener. I always get listeners, one-sided. But usually it is not like that. We talk something and the other one has to say something in back, in return. But what happens, I have noticed something very interesting from childhood onwards. I started to speak, and then if I say something very great about Sweden, and the other one is preparing something because he has visited America recently, and so they have something similar to say. So before listening, they started with their American experience. And the third one from Switzerland is also there, and he is really feeling very restless to communicate these things. At the end, in the room, when people are there, nobody is listening and everybody is talking. It's normal. So there is a big urge, an inner psychological urge for human beings actually to communicate. So this urge is based on certain input that came to the person some time before, which was actually maybe great or maybe some disasters or whatever. They are strong experiences they keep, and this input is there. It is carried by Ida, and then Ida give it back, communicate to Pingala channel. And so it takes it from there, and then the urge to communicate comes. And if there is no listener, no way. I get very frustrated, and we will not like companies like this. We always like companies where there are listeners, and if there is no listener, nothing happens. The frustration makes you move away from the place. See how the influence is coming. Now it is clearing your legs to move away from the place. This is done by people. Because actually, unless you look at it in this way, we don't understand what these channels are doing. So one is mental channel, the other is vital channel, and they exchange their information in the chakra. Chakras are transforming centers of energy from psychic to physical and physical back to psychic or mental. So chakras are not an organ or anything, it is just a system which is working in our inner world for converting information from mental information to physical execution. And also after executing physically something, and then the result which came out of your execution will be carried to the mind, and mind carries it and store it in the memory. This is the system.